All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James, and tonight we are going to be doing a guided meditation. We're also going to be doing some chess because I'm a chess instructor in real life. Hey, JT, good to see you. Hi and bye to you as well. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Have a good rest of your day at work. And pop on in if you can. Maybe I'll still be streaming when you're done, like 6 hours from now or whatever. But yeah, so I'll be doing some chess. I'll be doing some philosophy talk. We'll probably do some readings from the Tao Te Ching, and we'll be doing a guided meditation, obviously, because that's the main thrust of this channel, of these streams. So yeah. Anyways, how's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone doing in this world? Hey, Danny John is here. Good to see you, Danny John. Big shout out to Danny John. Danny John and I are starting a non-profit. How cool is that? We are starting a non-profit in which we are going to get funding. We're going to get money for people such that they can do things like meditate, and we can pay them to meditate and take care of themselves better and do yoga and journaling and eat healthy and things like that. It's like the coolest thing ever, right? To help out people around the world, like low-income people who are just trying to get by, and then get them a little extra cash on the side, and then they can learn how to do self-care. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Danny John, I'm looking forward to working with you on that this weekend. And just hanging out with you and spending time with you. How are you doing tonight? How's everything going with you? JT, you say, how cool, good luck. Yeah, I know, I'm excited. I'm totally excited about it. I need to create something. I'm at a point where, I created this Twitch channel, and I want to co-create with Danny John. I want to, I think this will be cool. This is going to be a cool endeavor that we're working on. So yeah, we're excited. We're really excited about this. It's been a project. Oh, and now, sure, Danny John, now all of a sudden you just go quiet. You just go quiet now. Look at that. You come in, you don't even say hi to me. You don't even say hi to me. You just say hi to JT, and then you go quiet. I see how it is. Okay, well, with an audience like this, I think it's time for a little chess. We're gonna start off with a little chess. I'm gonna do a puzzle rush to wake up. Oh, there you are, finally. Okay, all right. You're alive. You're alive and well. You say hi to JT, and then you give me that emote. All right. So I guess that's how it goes today. Let's see how I do in Puzzle Rush. So those of you who don't know, I'm a chess instructor IRL. So I teach chess, and a Puzzle Rush is a game on chess.com where you got to see how many chess puzzles you can solve in a 3-minute period. So let's get this all working. We always get to mess around with stuff a little bit before we get it working. So do that, do this a little bit, get the click around here a little bit here, and then eventually it starts working. But yeah, so anyways, in the meantime, while I'm getting OBS Studios to do what I wanted to do, today was a cool day. I got to go to a meditation at Spiritus Alchemy. It was pretty awesome. They do some really, really good. Gina, who runs the place, does some really good meditations. I think I got to go back over here and click off and then click back on. And now I should be able to get it going. No, still not quite wanting to cooperate. Dan, you said you didn't know what was up, LOL. Yeah, I was calling you out. I was calling you out, and you weren't responding. All right, it's really OBS Studios is really wanting to give me a hard time tonight. It's really wanting to give me a hard time. So we're just gonna keep doing this until it actually works, which should be pretty soon. By the way, this is kind of cool. It's going to give people maybe a seizure. Hey, Chad Guy's here. Chad Guy, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? How's everything going with you, Mr. Big Time VIP? The biggest accolade, the biggest achievement you've ever gotten in your life is being a VIP in this chat. It's a big one, man. Seriously, I don't just give out that VIP tag to anyone. Let me tell you. Danny John, you didn't know what was up. Well, you got to figure out what's up. What's up or what's down. All right, we're gonna do a quick puzzle rush. Let's see how many puzzles I can solve in 3 minutes. So the highest I've ever gotten is, let's see, 29 right here. Everyone can see this. I once scored a 29. And usually when I'm on stream, if I can score in the 20s, I'm happy. I'm content. So let's see if I can get in the 20s right now. All right, here we go. Okay, we got checkmate. We got win the free queen. Checkmate in 3. We got checkmate in 2. We got this idea and mate. Then we have getting a little tricky, and then mate. And then we get this, and then we have this mate, and then we have this mate, and then we have this mate, and then we have now we're gonna win the rook. Look at that, got the rook. Won the rook. It's always good to win the rook, right? I think we're just gonna win this rook over here, right? Let's do. Is that it? Yeah. And then what's the idea here? Oh yeah, there's this. Get this idea. Okay. And then we have this, I believe, and then this and that. Beautiful. Now we have. All right. Now they're getting tricky. Now they're getting just a little sneaky. I think we got to do this. Huh? Yeah. And then this. And then this. And then this. Oh, wow. They're getting crazy now. That was way too hard for this level of Puzzle Rush. Like, that was absurd. Complete absurdity is going on in the Puzzle Rush world. I think it's just this and then pick up the knight. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to win the ooh. What's going on here? So, oh, I see. Take with check and then win this rook. Okay. Yeah. All right, there we go. Got that one. All right. Next thing over here, we need to do. What are we doing here? This one looks tricky. They're getting sneaky here. They get much more difficult. Oh yeah, this, and then we have. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, hold on. I got to do this correctly. Do I just take? No, yeah, take, and then I win the bishop at the end of it. Cool. Okay. All right. Bam. Is that good commentary, everyone? I hope that's like the best commentary you've ever heard, because it comes from the heart. It definitely comes from the heart. No, that's not right, is it? Something's weird. I don't know this one. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, I didn't know that one. Okay, let's do this, and then this, and then this for mate. And I got 20. Okay, there we go. I got in the 20s. Well, that's good. That's good. Getting in the 20s means I'm on my game at least. All right. So yeah. Let's see. Chad guy, you say you saw a new video in Chicago, a woman trying to steal a cop car and almost got killed by the cop. Dude, I haven't seen that video. That's pretty crazy, man. That's pretty. Chicago's, that's where I'm from. Chicago, Chi-Town, huh? Chi-Town, huh? Yeah, we got our own style light. Chicago's beer. Yeah, Chicago. You say Chicago. What the fuck you guys doing there? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to steal a cop car. I mean, that's. Chad, who are we to judge though? If someone wants to steal a cop car, maybe they have good reason. Maybe there's a good reason. We should ask her. We should ask her why she tried to steal the cop car. Maybe she has good justification. I mean, that would be kind of cool having a cop car, right? I don't know. I don't even know what's going on here anymore. What's going on here, Chad? You said she was naked. A naked woman was trying to steal a cop car. Well, then maybe she's got really good justification. Like, first of all, why was she naked, like, out in the street? And second of all, why was she trying to steal a cop car? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe that's a thing to do. Maybe when you're naked, you're supposed to steal a cop car. Like, have you ever thought about that? Who are we to judge? All right, let's play a game of chess on Lichess. So Lichess, I'm gonna play create a game. It's going to be an anonymous opponent. And here we go. Wish me luck. Wish me like the best of luck. Everyone should be able to see this. Right? Yep. We're playing Lee chess. Okay. We're doing this. Let's see if he takes the pawn. He might do it. It's a gambit. It's a gambit. All right. He doesn't. Okay, so now I think there's like some weird. I think I have like a. I have an idea. I have this kind of idea. Notice I'm hitting this pawn. He's got to defend. I feel like there's something here. I always forget what it is though. All right, so he just. All right, he didn't see it or something. Let's see, maybe he'll play rook over, but then I take the knight. You can all see this, right? Yeah, everyone can see it. All right. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen here? Oh, he's defending. He's just doing straight up defense. Straight up defense. Okay, probably not a bad move. I'm gonna get my knight developed. I think there's a move here. Like I think there's some kind of cool tactic that I can do here. Is it this? No, I'm just going for development. I'll take my pawn and be happy with that. I got a pawn. I won a pawn already, right? Chag, what do you think about that, man? That I won a pawn. Oh, he's going after my queen now. He's going after my queen. This guy means business. This guy means business. Let me tell you. He wants to win my queen. All right, I'm going here. Notice how I have two pieces attacking his pawn on d5 right here. Look at that. And he's only got one defender. What's he going to do? Now he's got a second defender. I guess that's what he's going to do. I'm going to go after that rook. Get out of here, rook. There we go. I'm hitting his rook. Just so you know, oh, he's really choking now. I'm taking. I want that. I want that piece. Give me that piece. I'll take the rook. All right. Now I'm going to do this. The idea is I'll be able to get my knight developed to the square I want, get my bishop developed, castle. I got all sorts of ideas. So he's eyeing this square, right? So now, oh, did I think he actually gets it. Did I choked there a little bit? Really? Not really. I have this. There we go. There we go, man. You can't hop in here now, dude. If you do, I'm going to take you. You can't hop in there, man. Also, I have this idea. Bishop over here with check. He's like, so this is like a fried liver type attack. People always try to hone in on squares like this. You know, it's a weak square. It's a weak square. All right, yeah, it's okay. That makes sense, what he just did, actually. But I'm just going to... what I don't want to take because of that. Let's see. I could go here. No. I'm just going to go after the knight. Oh, I see. He takes, I take. Ugh. That's actually kind of a good move. It's kind of a good move what he just did. He takes. But so is this, I think. All right, I got to think. I have 8 minutes to think. I got to be really careful here. I don't want to throw away this game. I'm totally winning right now. I don't want to throw away this game. So let's see. I do this. He hops in with the knight then with check. So I don't like that. All right, so I do this. He takes... Oh, I think I just got to play this. And then if he takes the bishop, I just take the knight. All right. Yeah, now if he takes the bishop, I just take the knight. But then he takes here, so it's getting a little weird now. He takes here, he's on the knight, and then the rook's hanging, but I got this idea. Okay, so he's going in for that. All right, that's fine. I have this nice check I can throw in between, which is kind of cool. I'm going to win. He's in trouble now. Like, he was already in trouble, but he's in more trouble now. All right, now he had to move his. Now he had to move that piece. So now I can come over here. I think this is best because, yeah. Then I'm threatening to get his bishop out of there. All right. So basically, I'm threatening this push, and the bishop's pinned to the queen with this rook, attacking everything. So let's see what he does here. Oh, he already moved? What did he do? Oh, he moved. What am I doing? I gotta move. Come on. There we go. I was talking about my move and I didn't even move. Less talk, more play. How about that? You know, I gotta actually get my game going here. Chaga, you say, and he took off, so probably her boyfriend or something. A dude threw her out of the car and she was running around? All right, well then it's getting even more ridiculous. I don't even know what's going on at that point. Okay, so we got this idea. I think this is good. Because now this bishop's got to do something. And then the rook file is going to be opened. I'm going to get this rook file. I'd like to castle. Basically, if I can just complete my development in castle, I'm all right. But like he's got ideas like this. But then I can play knight over. Okay, well, that's a free queen. He's going to resign now. GG. Good game. All right. Yeah, there he goes. There he resigned. All right. And that's how you play chess. Everyone, I hope you learned something there. I hope everyone now can go out there and beat a bunch of people in chess. That's what we do. That's how we do it. Uh-oh, we got the blurry screen. Let's see if I can fix it. Ready? It takes a couple tries. Place your bets. How many tries will this take? It usually takes somewhere between 2 and 8. All right, this is number 3. Chad guy, how many tries is this going to take? No, we need 4. Danny John, you're still here. All right, well, thank God, Danny John. Yeah, of course you think it's going to take that many, Chad guy. All right, we're getting closer. We got it. 5. Danny John wins. Danny John wins. What do I give you? I got to give you something for can I give you like a prize or something? I don't know. Do I have any prizes I can give her? Chad, do I have any prizes I can give her? I don't think I have any prizes. I don't know. All right, you're going to have to figure something out, Danny John, because you did win. And I don't know what prizes I can give you. I should have done the poll. If I had done the poll, I think... Oh, I should be able to give you channel points. Can't I throw you channel points? How do I give you channel points? Do you want me to ban someone? I could time you out. Danny John, I could time you out. Does that help? I don't know. I don't think that's what I'm trying to go for here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's always different prizes you can do. You know, I mean... Hey, Ignorant Man, what is up, friend? How you doing? With the wave, dude. Give you the wave back, dude. Good to see you, man. How's everything going with you? Yeah, okay. Chaga, you say a free shirtless stream? No. By the way, Danny John, how many channel points do you have? I feel like you almost have enough. Maybe you have enough. Maybe you have enough for a shirtless stream. How many channel points do you have, Danny John? You've been hoarding them for a while. You do have enough. That's scary. That's a little scary. So you're going to save them for the right moment. Those of you who don't know, look at the channel point. Yeah, you have 58,000. Look at the channel point redemptions. And you can notice for 50,000 channel points, I do a shirtless stream. I do, so it's pretty intense. I'm a costly guy, you know. It's a lot of channel points. It's a lot of channel points for that. Chad guy, are you getting close? How many channel points do you got, man? You blow your channel points on other stuff though. Like you spend your channel points on like hydrates and hats off and cool glasses and all that. I don't know. All right. So we just had a good chess game. Let's see. You're 40,000, so you're close. But dude, no one can beat Aristotle's shirtless streams. Like, even that's the thing. Like, first of all, his shirtless streams only cost 35,000, and then second of all, he wears the mask. It's like that. That's pretty intense, dude, to wear the mask and 35,000, man. Like, I don't know, or maybe the mask is extra. I'm not sure how it works for him. Okay, let's do that. I was really having fun with that chess game, so let's do one more, and then we'll do some meditation. How does that sound? You guys cool with that? Y'all cool with that? We're gonna do one more. You could get my nipples pierced for 40,000. No way, dude. That would be way more expensive than that, dude. Way more expensive than that for the occasional moment. Yeah, that would be a channel point redemption. That would be an intense channel point redemption. I get my nipples pierced. All right. Let's do a new opponent. You should all be able to see this. Yep, we're all good. We got someone. All right. Let's see how this goes. So this is all standard stuff. Standard. Where's his bishop? His dark square bishop. All right. This is all standard. This bishop is the key. I want to see where this bishop goes. I'm playing this because this is what I like playing. It kind of boxes in this bishop a little. Yep, he plays that. I play this. He plays this. I play this. But then it doesn't even work that well in this setup because this bishop needs to be developed first. Yeah, no, I know. It didn't work. It doesn't work well here. So now I just got to take like this. It's just kind of a weird setup. I needed to develop my dark square bishop first. I kind of choked a little bit there. Let's just do this. We'll get a pawn established in the center. So yeah, I could easily lose this game. Just so you know, he's got the better center. He's out of the opening. I went in for something a little weird, a little too aggressive. All right, he's going for that. Let's do this. Notice my bishop is in line with the queen. If he takes here, I got some weird ideas. All right, so now he's running over there. All right. So the question is, what do we do about this pawn? So right now he's up a pawn. I want to get... I'm playing super passive right now. What about this knight out here? No, it just doesn't work tactically. All right, I'm just going to play like really passive, which is garbage. Good chance I lose this game. He'll probably take. All right. Okay, I'm castled. I'm at least castled. I'm castled before he is. All right. Now I can take with the pawn or with the knight. This is a tough call. I actually like the idea of taking with the pawn. Even though it damages the structure a little. It kind of stops this guy from doing stuff. So he's up a pawn. He's up a pawn. All right. So I want to hop in here now, but I can't quite. Let's do this idea. Ooh, yeah. I'm looking to, yeah, we're going to go with this. I'm a little upset, to be honest. I'm a little upset with the way I played that opening. That opening was no good. If he castles, I'll take the knight. If he hops in here, I just push, give him a kick. I didn't play the opening well at all. It's kind of frustrating. Like, I know that line too. I should have been able to play that better. All right, now we're gonna hop over here. I gain a little bit of tempo. My knight's on a good square. Notice his knight can't challenge my knight because he's got two pieces just chilling there. I have like a slight amount of compensation for this pawn, but yeah, it's not looking great right here. Let me tell you that much. I'm just backing up. He might thrust in with G5 This is a kind of an annoying pin. This is kind of an annoying pin. Okay, so he's going in for this. Interesting. Huh. All right, I feel like I almost have something here. Push, push. This knight's got to do something different. This queen is really a pest on this pawn, too. I got to figure out something about that. Okay. All right, we're going to get my rook developed. I don't want to think too long. Rook's on a good file now. Maybe queen up. Maybe bishop over. No. All right, so he's going to break at the center, which is right. That's correct. That's the correct idea, I think. Tactically, is there anything I can do? Take. If I take, I'm not seeing anything tactically. All right, we're taking. We'll probably take with the bishop. He took with the queen. All right, hold on a second now. I feel like I have something here. Chop. Chop. Take. Oh, but then he's got take at the end of it. Damn it. Almost. I almost have something pretty cool tactically. Is there a way I can finagle it? Doesn't look like it, but yeah, this knight is now a problem piece. Damn, I'm so close. I'm so close to there being some tactical idea. This knight's just it's just undefended. I could attack. Oh, can't even do that. Hold on. Take. So close. Just doesn't quite work out tactically. This light square bishop is a problem. All right, let's get the light square bishop on a better square. Oh, this knight's hanging. Can't go here. And I could, but gotta move. Damn it. Oh, this is frustrating. I'm really close to a nice tactic too. I just don't have the time to figure out how to set it up. Let's see. I was looking at now take. Yeah, but then this. Well, hold on. No, it would have to be take here, and then take, then take, then take, then take. Yeah. I think that's it. Really challenging. Really challenging. And what if I take here and he plays this? Yeah, he sees it. He saw it. All right, he saw it. All right. Okay, I gotta get some more development in, and I gotta make some moves a little quicker. All right, here we go. Rook's developed. Now this knight, wherever it moves, it's attacking. It's attacking his queen. I have a little bit of counterplay. I'm not dead yet. Yet is the key word. This knight's kind of weird. Like if he moves it anywhere, I'd love to get rid of his dark square bishop. My knight's actually strong, but ideally I'd want my bishop here. This is cool. I can move this knight somewhere. I'm looking at hopping in here because my rook is going to be in line with the queen. So he's got to find like a new home for the queen. Maybe even off this diagonal, which would be great for me because I want like this push. I want to start breaking things open on the king side. How's everyone doing in chat? We all good? Danny Johnny say, what if he did get out of here, bishop? Yeah, I don't know what point you mean right now, right? If he plays g4. Okay, so he's going in for this. Okay, so now notice he's hitting this knight, right? So now I have to take first. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. I take first, all right? So now he's got to recapture, and then I'll play this. Well, that doesn't even do anything. Yeah, it does, because then I'll be hitting the queen. I'll have two pieces hitting this. I'll be hitting the queen. All right, I'm getting some counterplay. I'm also looking at getting my bishop over here, and I'm catching up on time. This is good. What if he takes here first? If he takes here first, then I take here with check. That's the key move, even though he's attacking my queen. It's the key idea behind all this. And I'm catching up on time. This is a really good game. I botched the opening, but I'm fighting my way back in it. Fighting my way back in this. Notice I'm also on the queen, right? He can't. Okay, so he took like that. So now I have this idea. Let's just throw it in quickly. Throw that in quickly. Notice how I'm on the queen with two pieces. Okay, he's going in for that. All right, so now I want to go. What if I go here? He can just take the knight. Okay, I want to continue going after. Damn it, the knight's undefended. Okay, this is kind of cool. I think I got it. Oh, I got to move the knight unless I defend it. Doesn't quite work. All right, we're gonna have to go in for this. I don't want to simplify the position. Don't want to simplify it because I'm down material. Is there anything I can do? Any kind of weird tactical idea? He's on the knight. All right, nope. We just gotta go. We gotta run with it like this. Okay, so he took like that. Now I can get some activity. Let's get some piece activity over here at least. Notice how this rook is eyeing the queen and the bishop's defending the rook. Okay, hold on. Yeah, he just made a tactical mistake, I think. So take. Now, if he takes with the knight, I take the bishop. If he takes with the queen, I got this. And then that will skewer the queen. Oh, shit. He's got that. He's defending. He's defending over here. Damn, not quite. So close to breaking through. All right, well, let's keep everything on the board. Let's do this kind of idea. attacking the queen. And we're starting to run low on time too. This is a really good game. I'm pissed that I'm down that pawn that I played the opening so poor, but I gotta let that go and just focus. We're even on time, even on the clock. I'm ready to play this and pin the bishop or the knight to the rook. Okay. Well, he wants a queen trade. Do I give him a queen trade? No. I do not want to give him a queen trade. Let's do this kind of idea. He's trying to simplify the position. Now he could hop in here, which would be pretty strong actually. Guess I throw this in. No. Maybe I should have done the queen trade. Yeah, he hopped in there. All right, that's the smart idea. Let's see. Let's throw this. Ugh. Throw this right. Yeah. Throwing that in. Oh, shit, he's got that. Oh, I didn't see that one. Because now take, and then he wins the rook. All right, that's a problem. Well, hold on. I'm in check. Let's just do this. Because I am hitting the queen. Oh, yeah, now I just lost. I'm just totally defeated. Oh, that's a shame. All right, I'll resign. Boo hoo hoo. That was a shame. I was fighting back. And that's just how it goes sometimes in chess. Oh, okay. Let's see. Chad guy, you say let's see. Did a long road trip to Vegas. Was scary because you almost ran out of battery in your Tesla. Yeah, that's kind of interesting, man. If you run out of battery, that is kind of interesting. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. Let's see. Check out. You say Agni go for a fool's mate. Yeah, right. The two move checkmate. You can't really go for that. Your opponent just has to play something really stupid in order to get that. All right. I am very upset about that last game. I need redemption. I need to play another one at this point because I'm pissed. I'm pissed about that last game. All right. So let's see. Let's get it all set up here again. Here we go. Okay, that was garbage. I should have won that game. Hold on, let's review this a little bit. Let's see. You can all see this. Hold on, you should be able to see this in a second. No. Scene. Yeah, it really wants to. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna review this game real quick because that was. Let's go through the analysis board. I know I was winning at some point, like later on. Let's see what we had. All right. So I botched the opening, right? Yeah, I'm down 1.8. Okay. So here he's still got a slight lead, right? He's got the lead. He's winning this whole time. I could have sworn there was a moment where I felt like I was able to snag the lead, but maybe not. No. He just had the lead the whole time, and then I just blundered. So what does the computer want here? It wants bishop takes e7. Or maybe, I wonder if it wanted the queen trade. Let's go back to where I could have done the queen trade. All right. Should I have done... Yeah. It wants me to take the queen. All right, but I was still down. You know, that stupid opening. I messed up that, that stupid opening. I just, I'm still winning. What? Oh, it wants this knight move. Okay. And then I'm killing it in the opening if I just played this knight move. Huh. I gotta remember that. Look at that. I was up 2.9. Okay. All right. Well, that's how life goes sometimes. Chad guy, you say, oh, chess has multiple creations throughout history. Agni didn't want to tell you who invented chess, so you Googled it. Agni is so mean. I'm not mean. I'm not mean. I'm a nice guy, but I'm very upset about that game. That really made me unhappy. I wanna play a better game for y'all. All right, we're gonna play. I'm getting in the chess mindset now. All right, here we go. You should all be able to see this. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got going on here. I want to win 3 in a row. Let's see if I can do it. I'm pretty focused in now. No more messing around. I'm not going to be messing around this game. I'm taking. He's going to take with the queen. I'm going with the knight. I'm not messing around anymore. That last dude pissed me off. That last dude really, really pissed me off. All right. Okay. Oh, there's this idea. That's right. Did I just fall for that again? Is there something here? Do I just got to back up? I always fall for this stupid thing. It's just not. It's not sound. It's not a sound opening, but it's played. Oh yeah, there's this. There's that check. No, because the bishop. I think we just do this. Just back up. I forget what I'm supposed to do here. There's something better. Something definitely better. He's going to put some pressure there. I need to play. Let's get my queen over here. No, this is garbage. I'm playing garbage chess right now. He's just doing these stupid opening tricks and traps. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. You run into guys like this all the time. They know these like stupid opening tricks and traps, and that's all they go for. He's going to put his bishop there. Let's do this. He's probably looking at this. That's like the idea. Then I just do this. Then he hops in maybe, you know. It's not, yeah, exactly. Like what does this do? What does this do, you know? Then you, yeah, it doesn't do anything though, man. It doesn't do anything, dude. Yeah, he's all cheap tricks. You know, I will hop the knight in here. Yeah, you know, that was even the wrong move order. He just messed up the move order. It's even worse for him now. All right. It's even worse for him. So he's really botching it now. Guess we do like the bishop out, but knight's coming out first. I was thinking about bishop here, but he could harass with like ideas like that. All right, let's go with this. Let's do this now because I'm on the rook. And then I'm going to bring my bishop here, attacking the queen. Now we have this. And if he goes here, okay, now he wants a queen trade. Should I give him the queen trade? No, because then his knight will be developed to a good square. Here. How's that? Okay, now I just castle. It's kind of weird. I'm castling right into this, but I don't see any. I don't see any quick attack. Oh, I have the fork. Look at this. There we go. Hitting the queen and the rook. One of those two is getting screwed. He just resigned. All right, that's one. That's one victory. We got it. We got it. All right. That's one in a row. Let's see if we can get two more in a row. I want 3 in a row. That's what I want right now. New opponent. Thank you all for hanging out here with me. All right, we're doing this. I've been getting white a lot today. Let's see what this guy's doing. Should all be able to see this. Yep. This guy not going to make a move. He's got 15 seconds. All right, there he goes. I'm playing this. Mix it up a little. All right, I'm just taking. I'm not messing around right now. I'm just not in a mess around mood right now. If he takes, I'll take. I have a nice strong center. I'm ahead in development. I just don't want to mess around. That's like my main thing right now. I really don't want to mess around. I just want to like beat these guys real quick. Danny John, are you still around? And Chicago's had more than one Grandmaster, Chaga. What are you talking about? Chicago's first Grandmaster. Let me tell you about Chicago. We have a lot of good chess players in Chi-Town. All right, I'm going all in on space right now. I want a spatial advantage. Looking at developing my knight, developing my bishop somewhere. That's a terrible move. Okay, fine. You just lose your piece. And now you lose your queen. Yeah, he's just done. Sometimes if you mess up, he just like self-destruct like this guy's doing. All right, now I'm gonna go in for more. Notice the bishop in this line with the rook. So if I push out here, I'll take here. And he takes here, and then that piece is pinned. Oh, I gotta be a little careful, but I'm getting close to checkmate. Oh, this bishop out here is close to checkmate. He can't hop in here for the fork because of this. This bishop. I don't know what this dude's doing right now. Oh, there's that, I guess. But here, check it out. So I have this. Check. Now, then I'll have this. Let's pre-move it. Checkmate. Pre-move the checkmate. All right, there we go. That's pretty slick, by the way. How about that for style points? Pre-moving out the checkmate. All right. Let's see if I can get my third in a row, because I'm pissed about that one game I lost earlier. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this. 3 in a row. New opponent. And then we'll do some meditation. I'm finally black here. Can you all see this or not? Yeah, you can see this. All right. We're going to do Sicilian. Okay. Hyper-accelerated dragon variation. He's doing closed Sicilian. All right. So this is what's played here. Yeah, he's going in for cheap tricks. His knight and bishop were eyeing up this weak square, but I castled. Things defended now. I'm going to say get out of here, knight, in a second. Oh, man. Tough day at the office. All right, that move does nothing. So now I'm going to do a double get out of here, knight. So get out of here, knight over here. Now you're going to have to back up. And then I'm going to say get out of here, knight over here. And you're going to have to back up. And so basically this guy is wasting... Oh, he wants to do that. I think that's a terrible idea. All right, fine. I'm taking. No way is that right. Now we'll do get out of here, knight over here. This is a structural weakness in his pawns that I can go after. I can exploit it, hopefully. All right, so first things first. Pawn's a pawn. Take that pawn. Looking at knight over here. Starting to cause some trouble. I also have this kind of idea. I have a lot of ideas all of a sudden. He can't castle. His king is not the safest. All right, he's doing that. I just casually hop over here. He's probably going to castle this way. If he does, I think I'm just going to pawn storm. Try to break things open. Because this bishop could come alive and start doing some damage. All right. We'll do some meditation after this. Ooh. That is not right. My spidey senses are really kicking in right there. Okay, so the question is, how do I exploit? I think I go after it this way. Okay, so the idea is I'm hitting the bishop. I want to go after that bishop. I'm also hitting this pawn. I also have this idea. I have a lot of ideas right now. So he's doing that. I don't think that does... take. All right, I'm hopping in here with check. Now, if he takes, I take, I'm on the knight. Or maybe I should take with a bishop. Should I take with the dark square bishop? I think that's better. Notice now I have two pieces hidden here. He might like do this kind of idea, and in which case I just play queen over and I'll have discoveries. So my bishop's alive, my knight's alive, my pieces are very active. I have a lot of piece activity. This rook is dead. It's not doing anything. He's got a good rook and a good queen. I'm up one pawn, which isn't a ton, but it's something. Maybe even an idea. Okay, so he played that, so I do this. I still have 2 pieces eyeing in on this square, right? All right, now he's trying to overload this. All right, we see his plan at least. But wherever I have a discoveries, wherever I move this knight to, I have discovered attack ideas. So this is going to be really cool, actually. I just got to figure out a good discovery. So it's going to be a check. Have this check. Or else maybe here. Check. Is there really no good discoveries? If I can get rid of his light square bishop, I think that's kind of cool. I feel like there's got to be something good here though. So I'd have this check, and then king's got to move back here. I don't want to spend too much time on this. My knight's in danger of being trapped otherwise. I'm going to go after his best piece, which is his light square bishop. All right, so he's in check. So I'm going to take out his light square bishop. Unless there's something better, which I'm not seeing. So now we just take out the light square bishop. He'll recapture, all right. Okay. I gotta get my rooks active somehow. My rooks are really not doing anything right now. All right, we're going to do this. I don't want his knight hopping in here. We got to play this first. All right, he's coming for the attack. All right, that was a mistake. Because now I have this. And I'm on all this. So now I can snipe. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take like this. He'll probably take the queen. And I'll have double pawns, but we're trading down. I'm up a little bit of material. But hold on. I have a cool in-between move. Oh, that's beautiful. So I have this in-between move, and then I take the queen. All right. So I'm up a ton of material now. That was a cool in-between move to find. Now what's he going to do? Now I just trade down. It's a simple game. You know, you just trade down pieces. If he takes, I take. Okay. Now I force the trade. So this knight's got to move now, and then I'm going to win the rook. I'm going to trade rooks. Those of you who don't know, rooks are 5 points and knights are 3 points. So now it's just clean up all this stuff now. Take the open file with the rook. Okay, he's hitting this pawn. There's a lot of ways I could win this actually, but I gotta be clean though. Gotta be a little bit clean. Ooh, look at this. Sneaky, sneaky move. Hitting the queen, the king, and the pawn. And then now I'm defending this pawn. Wow, that was really sneaky. Completely honing in on everything over here. All right. That was a really powerful move. Okay. Yeah, he can't. I don't see anything he can do here. I just take this guy even. His king can never do anything. All right, now I just push forward over here. He'll take. And I just push this pawn up. All right, and then let's see, we'll do this kind of stuff. There we go. Now this pawn's going to be too quick. So there's a million ways I can do this. Guess we'll just do it this way. This looks fine. I'm just going to push this pawn up all the way. He might just go there and blockade it, which is fine. Get my king in the action, start pushing these pawns. Check this idea out. Look at that. Queen. All right, here we go. Now I just got to avoid stalemate and we're all good. He left. Okay. 8 seconds and I get the victory, and that's 3 in a row. And then I feel better about that loss I got earlier. Claim victory. We got it. All right. We are back. We're back. We did it. Okay. Hey, Rokohemda. Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you. How you doing, man? How's everything going? Oh, Zubo. She talked with Zubo. Zubo's good. Just taking care of himself. Okay. Well, that's great news to hear. That is great news. Yeah, so one of my friends, one of my good friends just kind of disappeared. He just disappeared off the face of the earth. And we were all wondering, like, what happened to the guy? And he lives far away. No one knew, like, what had happened to the dude. He wasn't responding to anyone's texts or calls. So we just finally got word that he's doing okay. All right, well, good. That's good to know. Thank you for letting me know that, Rokohemda. I definitely appreciate that. That's huge. That's actually huge to know. I feel like it's a little off. Is the camera a little bit off, or is it just my vision? Maybe my vision's off. Do I look a little blurry? No, I don't look blurry. I look fine. Okay. All right. Let's do some meditation. I'm gonna fill up my water, and then we're gonna do some meditation. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. We are back in business. Roko Hemda, how have you been today, man? How's everything going with you? By the way, thank you again for sending my mom flowers. It was my mom had hip surgery. She had a hip replacement surgery, and Roko Hemda, I've known him since he was 5 years old. Good buddy of mine. He was kind enough to send her flowers. I think that's like a super nice thing to do, man. So thank you again for that. I appreciate that. Let's see. I think it's time for some meditation. We've been talking long enough. All right. So I always come out here intense. I'm full of energy, full of exuberance. And then we slow things down. Oh, wait. Hold on before we do this. Evelyn Yoga is here. Hello, Evelyn. So good to see you. Big shout out to Evelyn Yoga. I know, Evelyn, you said you're probably not going to stream anymore. You had a few bad experiences with some jerks, right? But it's good to see you, Evelyn, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day. I hope everything's going well in your life. We're just ready to start the meditations. Big shout out to Evelyn. Super awesome human being. Kindest, sweetest soul around, and she's from Australia, so I always say she's exotic. And Roko MD said you went to a haunted house tonight. Cool. By the way, do people celebrate Halloween all over the world? Is Halloween like just an American thing, or do they celebrate like Halloween like everywhere in the world? I've always wondered that. Okay. All right. Anyways, let's do some meditation. So I also start out full of energy and full of intensity. And then we slow things down and we go within to the place of pure love and oneness in our hearts. So find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on the floor in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged, or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a position that is comfortable for you. And then gently close your eyes and take a few slow, deep breaths on your own. I have an Amitabha Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that rings every 2 seconds, and you can use it to help regulate your breath count. So take a few more slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, slowly raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, slowly lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath. Inhale, raising your belly. Exhale, lowering your belly. Breathe in, raising your abdomen. Breathe out, lowering your abdomen. Keep your awareness on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountain peak. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds move together and merge into one. And one cloud stretches apart, dividing into two. These clouds float through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. These clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being and exist for a while in conscious awareness. before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Focus on your breath. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your awareness to your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Be mindful of your breath count. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the inner light within them. So that they may shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity is reunited as one once again. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye sight. Stay focused on your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your awareness to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love which emanates from this location. And the warmth that surrounds your love. Experience the perfect peace residing here. And the joy which accompanies it. For this place is your eternal home. And it was given to you by the source of all creation. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye sight. Stay focused on your breath. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your awareness to your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which hinders your evolution. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. On your next breath, travel down below the level of consciousness. All the way down to your center point. The place residing at the centermost locus of your being. The place from which you originate. In this place, opposites cannot enter. For in your home is pure monism. You were created to eternally be one. And what is eternally one can never be two. Fear and worry cannot enter this location. Because fear and worry stem from the ego. And in this place, the ego is not welcome. For only love can exist here. Focus all your attention on your center point. Feeling the vibration coming from the source of all creation. Focus on your center. And when you're ready, travel through. I'll see you on the other side. Here, at your center point, you recall your true identity. At your center, you remember how you came to be. Here, at your center point, you recall your divine purpose. To spread love and light to all of those whom you encounter. Here, at your center, you feel nothing but love. Because in actuality, that is all that exists. And your essence is the purest love imaginable. flowing eternally from the source of all creation. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye vision. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Inhale. Exhale, releasing any existential angst from your being. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear and worry from your mind. Gently open your eyes and return to this worldly dimension, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this sacred space with me. I am honored and humbled to be here with you as your meditation guide. I hope you feel centered and grounded. I hope you feel peaceful and relaxed. And I hope you're more able to remove the blocks that obscure love's presence to you, so that your life may be filled with unlimited love, because that is what you are worthy of. I love each one of you unconditionally. Namaste. All right. How was that for everyone? That was a, 37-minute meditation, which is good. Sparkalicious, thank you so much for that raid. That was so much appreciated. Sparkalicious is a phenomenal streamer here on Twitch. She's typically in the ASMR category. She does sound baths, she does sound healings, she does meditations, she does tarot. She's just a wonderful, genuine, authentic human being. I definitely recommend you check her out, drop her a follow, and just enjoy the peace and love and light that emanates from her stream. She's just an incredible human. So thank you again so much for that raid. Thank you for bringing your family to my family. I'm grateful. And Rydorian, hey, good to see you, friend. You say, hope you're doing well. Meditation music sounds great. Well, thank you. That's much appreciated. That's the Amitabha Buddhist chant. I got the honor of meditating with some Buddhist monks, some Amitabha Buddhist monks. And that's the chant that we used, and they gave me a recording of it. So I've been playing that for my meditations. And in the background is the Amitabha Buddha. I always feel that the Amitabha Buddha watches over the stream and keeps everything in order. JT Farms, hello, you're back. Are you done with work? Are you done with work for the night? I know you popped in on your break. Good to see you, JT. I have nothing but unconditional love for you. I hope you're doing well. I hope work went well tonight. If you're still working, I hope it continues to go well. Good to see you. And then Victor Soar is here. Victor Soar is a streamer here on Twitch and also a friend of mine. Super kind, awesome, authentic, genuine dude. He's got a master's in psychology. He's going for his PhD, and he's big into philosophy. He streams. He's also a chess player like me. He streams 4-player chess. He's a real good chess tactician. Definitely check him out and drop him a follow. He's into a lot of the same stuff I am. He's into mental toughness. He did a stream on mental toughness, which I think is cool. We both have the feeling that our society is getting too weak, and we need to toughen up. We need to be we do more meditation and strengthen ourselves so that we can deal with all the stress and strain of the world. The world's not going to bend for us. We need to strengthen ourselves so we can deal with all the issues that arise in the worldly phenomenon. What Kant would refer to as the phenomenal world, the world of sensory experience. So, thank you, Victor Soar, for the nice meditation compliment. I appreciate it. JT, you say, "Yep, missed the meditation though." Well, you'll be able to check out the VOD. And I meditated with your fire quartz, JT, and I don't know if you can see it on the stream. We have this beautiful mala that JT made for me and sent me. She wove together 3 beads for 40 streams in a row. It's amazing what she did, and then she sent it to me. It's beautiful. It definitely helps me get in the mindset, and I'm grateful for you, JT, and everything you do. Best channel shaman a human being could ask for. This is great. And the Sparklets, as you say, you were going to meditate here and go to sleep after. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed the meditation, and I hope you're having a peaceful sleep. I try to make things really relaxing and peaceful for everyone during the meditation. Before and after, I'm a wild, crazy guy, right? But during the meditations, I'm down to business, and we go into that place of peace and love inside, and we exist there, and that's what's important. All right, and let's see it. What else are we? Did I miss anything else in chat? I think we're all caught up. I think we are all caught up. Cool. We're all caught up in chat. That's great. I'm feeling pretty relaxed. I want to do a reading from the Tao Te Ching while we're all here. So I have right here a copy of Lao Tzu's masterpiece. This is the Tao Te Ching, and we've been reading one verse from the Tao Te Ching every stream. So let me get some light on so I can actually see the book. And there are 81 verses in this book, and we are on, I believe, verse 25, if I recall. There's a lot of wisdom in this book. Oh, no. We are on verse 27. Yeah, we're on 27 already. We've been flying through this. Okay, cool. So there's much wisdom in here. I'm going to read through it once, and then maybe again, and we'll discuss it. Some of these are really deep, and there's a tremendous amount of depth. So, it's a lot to take in. There's a lot to unpack. So Lao Tzu says in verse 27, "It is easy to maintain a situation while it is still secure. It is easy to deal with a situation before symptoms develop. It is easy to break a thing when it is yet brittle. It is easy to disperse a thing when it is yet minute. Deal with a thing while it is still nothing. Keep a thing in order before disorder sets in. A tree that can fill a man's embrace grows from a downy tip. A terrace 9 stories high rises from hodfuls of earth. A height of 1,000 yards starts from underneath one's feet. He who does anything will ruin it. He who holds will lose it. Hence, the sage, because he does nothing, never ruins anything. And because he does not hold, loses nothing. In their enterprises, the people constantly ruin them when on the verge of success. Thus, it is said, "Be as careful at the end as at the beginning, and there will be no ruined enterprises." Hence the sage desires not to desire, and does not value goods that are hard to come by, learns not to learn, and turns back where the multitude has overshot the mark, is able to help the myriad creatures to be natural, and yet dare not do it. Wow, that's a pretty brilliant passage of verse 27. That's pretty brilliant, and it's very counter to Western. The Western materialistic philosophy of needing more. We need more and more in the world to be happy. We need product X, Y, and Z, or else no one's gonna like us and we're gonna be miserable, right? We need to do more and more. Otherwise, we're never gonna feel fulfilled. That's the Western mentality, and this is in stark contrast to that, right? Lao Tzu talks about doing less, about not being meddlesome. Let's look at a few key passages. Does anyone have anything to add to that? Let's read a few passages and see what he says. It is easy to maintain a thing while it is still secure. It is easy to deal with a situation before symptoms develop. Yeah, that's absolutely the case, right? Like, it is easy to maintain a situation while it is still secure. Like, something that I think about, like, if you keep your house, pretty clean, like let's say you clean your house on a regular basis, it's easy to maintain that situation, right? It's easy to maintain a clean living space. But if you let your living space get really dirty and really cluttered, it's very difficult to get it to a state where it's clean again, right? You have to do some intense work. So I think that's a parallel to what he's saying there. Then he says, it is easy to break a thing when it is yet brittle. It is easy to disperse a thing when it is yet minute. Deal with a thing while it is still nothing. Keep a thing in order before disorder sets in. I'm huge into order. Order is something that I hold very dear to my heart. So this passage really resonates with me. It's important to keep things in order. If you let things slide, whether it's something material like the cleanliness of your home, or whether it's something immaterial like your integrity, if you let your integrity slide, things get worse and worse, and then eventually you're just you make concession after concession, and you allow worse courses of action to ensue. But if you stay steadfast to your integrity, and you stay steadfast and resolute to keeping your home in order and things clean and just basically in good shape, then things will stay that way, right? Another passage that sticks out to me is where he says, "He who does anything will ruin it. He who holds will lose it. Hence the sage, because he does nothing, never ruins anything, and because he does not hold, loses nothing." Now this is interesting, and there's been a lot of pushback on Lao Tzu and the Tao Te Ching over the years, and a lot of misunderstanding. Because it sounds like he's saying, just do absolutely nothing, lie in a ball and just die, basically. Don't eat, don't take care of yourself. But that's not what he's saying. This is not to be taken literally. What he's saying is, don't be meddlesome, don't overdo things. Right? There's a lot of situations, I've seen this all the time in life, where you'll see, there's people that are quarreling. There's some drama, and then someone try to get involved, and they just make things worse, right? They just make things worse. A lot of time, less action is stronger, is more powerful than more action. The more we try to influence our will in a situation, the less effective we are in resolving the situation, and we make matters worse. So that's actually what Lao Tzu is saying here. He's saying, in situations where one typically is going to overdo it and do too much and make things worse, you want to take a step back and do less. Allow water to flow downstream. Don't try to fight against the stream. Don't try to fight against the current. And then also another passage that resonated me was when Lao Tzu said, "Hence the sage desires not to desire." Now that one might think that that's pretty contradictory, right? To desire, not to desire, right? Because obviously if you're desiring something, then, you're desiring something, right? And you can't desire not to desire. That's because that's still a desire, right? But that's the Lao Tzu, or the Tao Te Ching allows for contradiction. So the idea with Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching and a lot of Eastern philosophy is that it deals with things within what Kant would refer to as the phenomenal realm, the world of sensory experience. And the world of the human condition here in this world is very contradictory in nature. It allows for contradiction. It allows for humans to hold one view, hold view X, and hold view Y, which is in stark contrast or stark opposition to view Y, and to have that conflict there and to have that contradiction, or maybe to not always act according to one's values and whatnot, right? We're very contradictory beings within the level of this phenomenal world, the world of sensory experience, within the realm of the noumenal realm, which Kant would refer to as the world of things as they are in themselves, like the world of pure love and light, where there is just one thing. There's just that one love, that one light. In that realm, there's no contradiction. No contradiction could exist because there's no such thing as the other. There's no such thing as boundaries and separations and divisions, because there's just us. There's just us reunited as one being, as one mind, as one thought, as pure love. So that's as far from contradiction as possible, right? No contradiction could possibly enter that thought. But in this world of sensory experience, where we have a finite amount of data that we take in through our sensory, our senses, right? Our five senses. So we see something, we smell something, we hear something, we take in a tiny little bit of that data, and then from that data, with a little bit of processing power that is such the human brain, we extrapolate and we form our reality. We form the world around us. So when we get up and we walk around and we look at the world around us, and we go to work and we do all those things, right? But that's not reality. That's not how things actually are. So Kant makes that distinction between the phenomenal world, that's the world of sensory experience, the world that we're used to, where we walk around and do our day-to-day activities, the mundane parts of existence. And then that's contrasted with the noumenal realm, which is that place of pure oneness, of pure love, where things just are one and everything is perfect. So the Tao Te Ching is written in response to the phenomenal realm. And that's where a big level of confusion has persisted throughout the years, especially when you try to take it literally. It's just not going to make any sense, right? But when you understand human beings, like a lot of the French existentialists, would say the same thing, that the human condition is bound with absurdity. Camus was like a big guy with that. He talked about the absurd and how we're like Sisyphus, pushing that boulder up the mountain every day just so it can roll down the other side, but then again we push that boulder up the mountain again the next day, right? And the idea is, we're trying to understand the infinite, but we're in these finite bodies, so we're never going to be able to understand the infinite through looking externally. The only way to understand the infinite is by going internally and doing things like meditation and yoga and sound healing to actually connect with the divine, and then you understand the infinite. But any pursuit, any worldly pursuit to try to understand the infinite, maybe whether it's science, mathematics, logic, is never going to get us anywhere, because that's only studying objects of sensory experience. Now, is it useful? Should we do it? Is there a lot of utility in it? Absolutely, right? We can build bridges, we can cure diseases, we can do all sorts of amazing stuff through science and through math and logic, right? We can do incredible. We have computers, right? We have the internet. We have tons of stuff. I'm able to stream guided meditations on Twitch, right? It's incredible. We should do it. We should use technology, right? We should use science, but it's just important to note that it's not true. It's not capital T truth. It only is telling us things about our sensory world and not about the Kant's noumenal realm, not about how things actually are from the context of eternity. Because from the context of eternity, there is just oneness. All right, so that's basically that. Okay, let's do a little chakra balancing, and then we'll call it a night. We're going to go through the sevenfold journey. We've been going through this, starting from the root chakra, working our way up, and we are still, I believe, on chakra 2, the water chakra. And we haven't done this in a little while. We are on journal exercises. So you can all see the journal exercises, and we are going to do journal exercise number 1. And you don't need to do this now. You can do this, whenever you have a chance. But we're going to do journal exercise number 1, and let's do number 2 as well, because their number 1's really short. Okay, so journal exercise number 1 is titled Desire. Desire is the fruit of the body, chakra 1, and the fuel of the will, chakra 3. Desire is that which gets us up off our butts, chakra 1, reaching out and expanding to encompass more than just ourselves. Now that we have consolidated what we have, it is time to look at what we want. So it seems like they're going into a law of attraction / manifesting type mode right here. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. Let's see if I'm right. Take time to get in touch with your desires. Make a list of them. Notice how many of them are desires of the body, desires of the mind, spirit, ego, or whatever. Wanting to sleep more, for example, is a desire of the body. Wanting to read a book might be a desire of the mind. Wanting a PhD could be a desire of the mind, or perhaps of the ego. Next, notice if any of your desires are mutually exclusive. You may desire more money while simultaneously desiring more time off of work. Which is more important? In the third chakra, we will evolve our desires into goals as we address the will. I think this is kind of a cool exercise, right? It's important every now and then to evaluate the things that we want, right? To think about the things we want, and to think if some of them contradict one another, right? Like some of us, want like $1 billion, right? But some of us don't want. But then at the same time, that same person might not want to work at all, right? So I think that's kind of interesting. It's pretty hard to earn a lot of money if you aren't willing to do the work, right? I mean, unless you win the lottery or something ridiculous or inherit a lot of money, right? And there's other things too. Some of us want to be in really good physical shape, but at the same time, we don't want to work out. So, I mean, that's kind of an issue, right? So this is kind of neat. Victor Story, you say, is the third chakra in this context in the belly? We're working with, we're still at the end of the second. Yeah, we're still in chakra 2 right now. In this context, let's see. They're not going into it. They're not specifying. I would assume we're talking about the water chakra. So the root chakra 1 is at the base of the spine, and then you just go up. You go up. Let me bring up a picture. This will be easiest to describe. So let me show you. Let's go to good old Google. Google is good at answering our questions. All right, 7 chakras. All right, here we go. All right, this is a nice, beautiful picture. All right, let me load it up for everyone to be able to see, because that's kind of important. There we go. All right, so we're working with chakra 2 right here, that orange chakra. That's the water chakra. We've already gone through the root chakra, and we're cleansing our chakras all the way up. So the orange chakra is chakra 2. The third chakra, what you're talking about, is kind of like in the abdomen area, or a little bit above the abdomen, kind of like where you do the Heimlich maneuver to someone, right in that area, right? So that's where that one is. Yeah, we're like more by the belly button, by the Dantian energy center, right? We're like kind of 2 inches below the belly button. That's the Dantian energy center. That's supposedly like the strongest energy center in the body, and the source of our power. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. You said, is it liquid or fire? Chakra 2 is water. It's liquid. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then so yeah, that's desire. So it's important to kind of take note of the things you want in the world, and how you're gonna manifest them, right? And yeah, and think about whether they're ego things or whether they're things of divine nature, right? Like if you want more peace and love in your life, that's going to be drastically different than if you want a brand new Tesla, right? Those things are very different, right? Or if you want all the power in the world, that's going to be vastly different than if you want to feel more compassion for the people around you, right? Those are very, very different things. Okay, journal exercise number 2. This deals with emotions. Emotions are closely related to desires. Anger arises out of a desire to be treated better, sadness out of the loss of something we desired, happiness from a desire granted. Focus on your emotions. Examine how they rule your life. Examine what you do with them, how they affect your energy, and take note of which emotions affect you most strongly. All right, I like this one. This one's good. I'm a very emotional dude, so this is a very, very good one for me. They then go on to say, at the end of each day, take a moment to review the emotions you have passed through. Draw a little calendar in your journal and jot down some notes that chart your emotional travels. You might even draw a face that reflects your mood each day, so that at the end of the month you can look at your faces and get an overall emotional picture of yourself. Emotion is the motion of energy out of the body. When we block an emotion, we block the energy flow through the chakras. Interesting. I didn't know that. So when we're blocking emotions, our whole flow is going to be off. All right, that's kind of neat. Allow yourself to let go of the places you are blocking. This doesn't mean venting your anger or tears on anyone that happens by whenever you feel like it, but rather creating a time and place where you can let your waters flow. It also means letting go of old angers and pains that inhibit you, but are no longer serving a positive purpose. This is the time to clear those old feelings out so that they don't get in the way later. and writing them down can be instrumental in this process. I like this one. I think this is good. I think this is really good. Let's see, Victor, so you say, in your group, the colors are a bit different. From bottom up, it is golden yellow, milky white, blood red, smoky gray, and it gets complicated from there. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of different ways, schemas for the colors, right? There's a lot of different ways to do it. I'm not too concerned about what colors are used for each chakra. Depending on how you study it and what group you study with, they're going to use different ways of looking at it. I guess the main thing is that each chakra represents a different aspect of our personality, like big picture wise, right? So each chakra, like the root chakra, is very primal and like fire and like very base level needs and desires, like the id, right? You're a psychology guy, so like the root chakra would be like the id chakra, right? That primordial essence of ourselves, where we want to eat and have sex and go and like kill and hunt and do whatever people do, right? That's like that very basic. While the crown chakra is like the most spiritual chakra. That's like our connection with the divine, with the oneness and love, right? So each chakra has a different it's like a different personality trait, and that's how it's expressed through if you believe in the chakra system, right? And so by going through and examining each, where each chakra is and what it does and how it affects you, you can kind of explore it a little more, explore that space and open up any blockages. That's the theory behind chakra balancing, at least. Whether or not it's true, that's for each person to decide. But I think it's helpful either way. Victor, sir, you say, just to share, in your group, the fiery element is in the belly. It's higher than the id. Interesting. I guess it's a bit of a difference. Yeah, that is kind of neat. All right, cool. Let's see. There was something I wanted to get back to here. Emotions are closely related to desires. I think that's the case a lot of times because, let's say there's something you desire, right? Well, first of all, the Buddhists believe that, attachment is the cause of all suffering, right? When we attach ourselves to something that we say, oh, we need X to be happy, or Y to be happy. That's what's going to cause us suffering, not fulfilling that, right? So when they say emotions are related to desires, I think they mean they're more talking about, hey, I have this desire and this strong attachment, that's linked with a certain emotional response, like whether it's fear or whether it's pleasure or joy. And if I don't get that desire fulfilled, then I'm gonna have that. Or if I get that desire fulfilled, then I'm gonna have that emotional response. They talk about anger arises out of a desire to be treated better. That's one way that anger can arise, right? And there's other ways too. But I think that's just a nice little way of going through it. And I don't know. That's that. I need to drink some water. And I think we're gonna call it a night. Actually, I'm pretty damn happy with the stream. It went pretty long, 2 hours and 21 minutes. That's longer than I've been streaming typically. I've been coming on here and just doing guided meditations lately, but this is good that we got this long stream in. Sparklicious, if you're still around, thank you again so much for the raid. That was super appreciative. I appreciate that a lot. I'm losing my words here because I'm a little bit tired and I'm hungry as well. So let me get the raid call out here. JT, I'm grateful that you were able to come on in for the end of it. I'm grateful that you were able to come in after work. It's always nice. It's always nice when you're able to swing by. I know work makes it difficult for you to pop in that often, but I do think about you a lot, and I appreciate you, JT. I checked out your Facebook video today. And I was wondering what's going on? What's going on with this Facebook video? I watched the whole thing. It was 7 minutes. I don't know what's going on in it. You got to explain it to me. Victor, sorry, you say interestingly, there's also the theory in evolution. That's also the theory in evolutionary psychology. Anger evolved to repair relationships, unlike other emotions such as humiliation and contempt, which are more geared towards seeking to combat others. Really? Really? In evolutionary psychology, anger evolved to repair relationships. Well, I'm a very angry person a lot of the time. There's a reason I meditate and do as much yoga as I do and qigong and all that, right? But anger evolved to repair relationships. So I guess out of it, you know what? I've gotten really good at, what do they call it in psychology? Sublimation, right? Taking like one emotion and like doing like alchemy with it, right? And using it to get work done or to channel it into another emotion, right? I've gotten really good at harnessing anger, taking anger and using it, converting it to energy that I can do good work with, and like it helps me focus. You know, like I'll get really angry and then I'm able to like maybe play good chess, right, or really focus in on something, or get some, you know, do like a great workout. Like, you know, when I'm angry, I tend to be able to do like you know, do a, you know, an extra pull up or two, you know, and you know when I'm like in a really peaceful, calm state, you know, I'm maybe not going to do as many pull ups, right, that kind of thing, right. Victor, sorry, JT, you say you're going to watch the VOD now and you'll explain. Okay, cool. Yeah, explain. We'll talk and you can explain it. Victor, sorry, you say, well, I guess that's part of it because they call it anger, but it can be a myriad of relationships. Yeah, myriad of emotions. Okay, yeah. So like there's some kind of driving force that allows people to repair relationships. And, you know, I guess that does make sense from an evolutionary context, right? Because relationships are so crucial to our survival, and you know, people who were able to use emotions, I guess, to fix and heal and repair relationships, had a better chance of you know, procreating and surviving and passing on those genes to their offspring, right? So I guess that fits into that paradigm, right? Victor, so you say, you guess it depends on how you define anger. Yeah, right. I mean, what is anger, right? Is it just like some you know, strong urge to do something, or is it do you associate it with negative? Do you have a negative connotation associated with it? Is anger something negative? I mean, it can be, right, or it can just be a tool, right? It can just be a tool that can be channeled in many different directions. Chad guy, hey, good to see you, bud. You're still around. Cool. You said, oh no, girl you were dating called you a misogynist. And that you need to put in a bigger effort. Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. You said, like, what the fuck? I took her to Wendy's drive-thru 2 times this month, dude. There's a reason why you're a VIP, Chad guy, I guess. Victor Sor, I want to make you a mod, by the way. I want to mod Victor Sor. I should do that right now. Well, yeah, let me do that right now. Victor Sor, I'm gonna officially mod you, man. I think you deserve it. Let's do this. Let me figure out. Let's see if I remember how to do this. So yeah, community, roles manager. If you will accept it, if you will accept the roles, the mod thing. All right, so let's see. I think I did it. Yeah, okay, all right. You might have to try typing something again in chat, or you might have to refresh the stream or something. I don't know. You accept. Awesome, cool, yeah. But you should be, yes, there you go. You got the mod badge. All right, beautiful. All right. Nice. There we go, man. There we go. I need like a solid. You're like a solid human being, man. It's good. Welcome to the mod world. Welcome to the mod world. Yeah, you're now official mod. Yeah, and JT Farms, excellent. Welcome to the mod crew. Yeah, good. We got some good crew of mods on in this channel. It's you, JT, Evelyn, Danny, John. Who else? We got Imbalanced. We got a good crew. And then there's some people that I should unmod because I haven't even seen them in like a year. Remember Sunrise Reads, JT or Victor? So I don't know if you remember her. She used to be around all the time, and then she had to stop streaming. I wonder what happened to her. She was from Brazil. She was really cool. She was awesome. She did a lot of clips. And then her friend Hyperdumb. Remember Hyperdumb? Those are some of the old crew. We're bringing in the new crew, the new mod crew though. This is good. Chad guy, you say a Wendy's drive-through isn't bad, right? Oh man, dude. Is that really what it comes down to? Oh, here's a good story about a Wendy's drive-thru, and this relates to anger. I once got in a fight in the Wendy's drive-thru. I'm sitting in okay, make a long story short, I'm a junior in high school, right? I'm minding my own business. I'm at a friend's house. I had come there after school, and I remembered that I had to give another friend back this necklace that she lent me, right? And she was still at school. So I went back to school to give her the necklace back, and I left my backpack at my buddy's house. So I go back to school. I give her the necklace. I come back, and my backpack's gone. So and there's only two dudes there. There's my good friend who lives there, and there's this other guy whose nickname was Beavis, right? And I was like, dude, where's my book bag? And they're both like, I don't know. We don't know where it's at. And I'm like, dude, where's my book bag? And they're both denying it. And I just had this suspicion that Beavis took it, right? He was an older dude. He was a weird guy. I'm like, dude, let me look in your car. So I went and I was like looking through his windows in his car. I was like, pop your trunk. And he's like, no, I'm not going to pop my trunk. I'm like, why not? And he's like, oh, he started stumbling over his speech, and then he's like, it's broken. The trunk doesn't open. And I was like, dude, come on, man, come on, right? And open your trunk. And he's like, nope, the trunk doesn't open. It doesn't. I knew it was in there, right? So then he drives away. I drive over to his house later that day, and I'm like, dude, pop your trunk. And this time, guess what? He magically popped his trunk. And then I heard from a couple dudes that he had stolen my book bag. So I'm pissed, right? So I'm sitting in Wendy's. And he was friends with a lot of like pretty tough dudes, like a bunch of metalheads, right? And, I was like, in with that crew a little bit, but they were like all the older crew of metalheads, right? So like this dude comes in, this guy Greg, he comes in and he just slaps me in the head like that, just like real hard. And he's like, what's going on? You're messing with Beavis? And I looked through the window and I saw Beavis standing out there with like a bunch of his crew, right? They're all standing out there. And he's like, you're going to go fight him now, or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to fight him with all you guys standing there. I was in there with two girls and like one dude. He had like 9 buddies out there, right? 9 big buddies. And I'm like, dude, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. You guys are all going to jump in. And he's like, I swear we're not going to jump in. He's like, family honor, right? Because they called themselves the family. And I was like, all right, here we go. Let's do this. So I go out. So we're standing in the Wendy's drive-through, in the drive-through. Cars are like, honking their horns. And like, we just get into it. Like immediately, like it turns into a wrestling match. And I got him down and like, it's like all wet out and we're slipping around in the like the rain and everything. And we're fighting. It was so ridiculous. But here's the crazy moment. So I remember I was with 2 girls and 1 guy, right? That we were sitting in Wendy's, eating our food, right? The 2 girls came out and they were standing there like by my side, like while I was fighting this dude. At one point in the fight, I looked through the window and I see of the Wendy's and I see my friend Skylar sitting in the Wendy's in the same seat, scarfing down my food. The dude, this guy is supposed to be my friend. He didn't even come out. He didn't even come out to have my back at all in the fight. He stayed in there and ate all my food. Like, how crazy is that, right? And then the cops got called and I got arrested. But yeah, so anyways, a Wendy's drive-through story. That's my Wendy's drive-through story. That's when I was a dumb 16-year-old, But at the same time, the dude stole my book bag, And then the funny thing was, after that, for some reason, he came up and gave me my book bag back. And like gave me all my stuff in it. He like wanted to shake my hand. It was like the weirdest thing. Like I've had this happen to me many times in life. Someone wants to fight me for some reason, and then we get in a fight, and then like either it's like I beat him up or like or whatever. They they have friends jump in, and then after we're done fighting, they come up and they really want to shake my hand. And it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why do you want to fight me in the first place? And then why do you want to shake my hand after the fight? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, man. But yeah, Wendy's drive-thru. So now that's what I think of when I think of Wendy's drive-thru. Okay, Chad guy, you say, to Victor, sir, congratulations. You broke the woman barrier, your Agni's first man mod. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. Imbalanced physique is a man mod too. And who else? I think I have a couple others. Who else? I'm going to look now. I'm kind of curious. Aristotle is a man moderator, and so is Kitten's Kung Fu, and so is Noger. Yep. So I have quite a few. I have a pretty good an even distribution of man and women mods, right? Okay. So yeah, let's see. Victor, so you say, hey, you have an idea for a future stream you might want to entertain. Let's hear it. You said you get it, man. You got into a silly fight when you were 16. Yeah, dude, I was always getting in stupid fights when I was a kid. It was ridiculous, you know. Now I'm a meditation instructor, and like how weird is that? You know, I went from like getting in fights all the time, but I was never the one starting them. Usually, it was almost always the other dude coming up to me and like, you know, like trying to attack me, and then like I'd start beating them up, and then their friends would jump in. That's how it would go typically. Victor, so you say, same here. The guy who wanted to fight you said afterwards that he didn't expect that out of you and treated you with a ton of respect after. You guess it's just a silly male thing. Yeah, it's so absurd. It's like, dude, we're going to fight. And then like, you like beat the guy up and then he wants to be your friend. And then he's like, wants to shake your hand and be your friend. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what, like, why? I've never had that impulse to like want to fight someone and then like, fight them and then like want to shake their hand. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. It's like some weird thing. Yeah, I don't know if it's a silly male thing or if it's just like some insecure like male thing or what. I don't know what it is, but it's not. It doesn't make sense to me. You don't see women act like that, right? You don't see women are like, hey, I'm gonna fight her and then like want to be their friend like after that. But you don't see women typically want to fight each other as much, right? So it's a stupid thing. Chad, you say humans are animalistic. You've got their respect, lol. So naturally, he shook hands with you. But it's stupid. It's like, I mean, I didn't even want to shake the guy's hand, but I was like, well, fuck it, you know. I mean, I might as well, I guess. I mean, I was like, I don't know why this guy stole my goddamn book bag, and to begin with, you know, I had my CD player in there, my Sony Walkman in there. You know, it was crazy, dude. You know, he stole that, and then like all my books, and I had my papers in there and everything. And then he like gives it all back after I shake his hand. It's like, you know, what? Why do we have to go through that? Why couldn't you have just shook my hand before we went through all this? It was totally ridiculous. And then Greg, the guy that came in there that like provoked the fight, comes up to me afterwards. He's like, dude, I didn't know. I didn't think you'd actually fight him, man. I'm sorry, man. I didn't think you'd actually fight him. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? You're like slapping me in the head and like, you know, and like this guy stole my book bag and like now you're apologizing to me. Like I felt like I was thrust into the absurd. It made no sense. The whole situation still makes no sense to me at all. Let's see. Victor, so you say, LL, it's silly that we would base respect on fighting ability. Yeah, I know. But it's what our ancient ancestors theoretically did. Totally, man. Yeah, it is. I guess it was. It's a very primal thing, right? It's like if you're the leader of the tribe, right? You know, it's like, you know, two people fight, right? You know, that you have the leader of the tribe and the person that's challenging the leader, right? And whoever wins the fight, you know, that's like the hierarchical structure, right? Chad guy, you say, geez, you got bullied and jumped a lot in school because you were a weird kid with Asperger's and no friends. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's garbage, dude. That you had to deal with that, man. I hope, but you said things have gotten better for you now, so I'm really grateful that that's the case and that things are moving along and you're doing good. You're doing good in life, man. You're making good money. You have a business. I mean, you're rocking. You have a girlfriend. I mean, so I'm glad that your life's gotten turned around. You know, I think sometimes it just takes a while to learn how to socialize. You know, and especially, you know, if you had Asperger's, like my cousin has Asperger's and he has a hard time. Socializing. He's brilliant. I will say this dude is absolutely brilliant. I mean, he worked at Google. He worked at Google for a while. He doesn't work there anymore, but he's still doing some kind of amazing, like analytical, stuff, making tons of money, doing really well. But you know, he has a hard time socializing, you know, and he likes me because I can talk, metaphysics and logic with him. So that's why he likes me, I guess. Let's see. Victor, so you say you thought our conversation on Discord was while we played 4-person chess. It was pretty cool. Yeah, so did I, man. You're wondering if you would want to have a group chat for a stream. That's cool. I'm down with that, man. I'm down with that. I mean, we could either do it on your channel or my channel. I am down for that. The only thing about me is that I only like to stream when I'm inspired to stream, and this has been a huge problem for a lot of reasons, because like I have not been able to draw a base of people, because everyone else who streams is like, oh, I'm going to stream, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. and then people tune in for those streams, right? I'm like, I don't know, I'll stream when I feel like it. And so like I've never been able to really grow the channel, to the extent that I would have liked to, but I'm not willing to stream when I don't want to, because then it feels like a job. I stream because I feel I want to stream. I want to help people. I want to run guided meditations. I want to teach people about Lao Tzu's masterpiece, the Tao Te Ching. I want to talk about yoga. I want to talk about the chakras, right? I want to help people. I want to be a positive influence in the world, right? That's why I stream. I don't stream because I need another job. It's not like I'm making much money out of this. I make barely anything out of this, financially. I do this because I want to help people. It's like charity work. And every now and then someone subscribes or gives me like, a little donation, and it's appreciated when they do, but it's not why I do it, So yeah, I am down for it, Victor Sword, but it's just going to have to be one of those spontaneous things where it's like I'm streaming and like I feel inspired to do so, or you're streaming and you feel inspired to do so, and we all just do it. Chad, you say, Agni, were you more upset about your book back or your friend for eating your food? Okay, well let me give you the continuation of this story. This is actually kind of cool. So I was pissed as fuck at my friend. By the way, his name is Skylar. I'm just gonna tell him, say the name out loud. I was really mad, right? I was really mad about the whole situation. But something weird happened. All right, so now we got in this fight. This dude is way bigger than me, and it was wet, and there was no clean winner. There was no clean winner of the fight, because it immediately turned into a wrestling match. And like, I had him pinned down, but my arm was like kind of cut up, from the pavement, so there was like no clean winner, right? So the next day I go to school, and like the entire day, people are coming up to me and they're like, dude, Agni, that I heard you kick the shit out of Beavis, man. Nice job, man. And I was like, okay, like what, all right. And then like I would have like all these people coming up to me, because he was a bully. He was a bully, and everyone kept coming up to me the whole day saying, dude, I heard you knocked the hell out of Beavis, man. That was awesome, man. I respect you so much for that, man. Way to stand up to him. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, what's going on here? Why is everyone saying it was an even fight? Why is everyone saying that I beat him up? So I started asking people, I'm like, who told you this? And they're like, Skylar. So Skylar did nothing during the fight, but this guy was the ultimate spin doctor. So he spun the story such that I was this completely annihilated the dude, and then everyone throughout the school the whole day and the rest of the year was giving me props and like saying how amazing I was for like beating up this dude when it was actually a fair fight. It was really weird. And by the way, this guy, Skylar, who's a spin doctor, he ended up becoming a politician. He went into politics, and he now works for the UN. It's crazy, right? I knew he would enter politics one day. This guy is literally a politician. He is amazing at spinning any story. He can take a certain set of data and he can make this coherent sounding story that sounds like very plausible, but it's not the case. It's just not the case. But he just exaggerates little bits here and there, and he spins everything. So yeah, I was pissed at him, and then I was kind of like, well, whatever. He is like a real small, like weakly, sickly, kind of looking dude. Like, I mean, what's he gonna do in the fight anyway? But it was kind of funny that he did that. He helped out in that regard. a lot of women were coming up to me the next day and were like really impressed with me. So that was kind of cool. All right, where are we at here now? Victor, so you say the crazy thing is that we have all these evolved modules to try to intimidate others with threats of fights. We have dishonest modules like that which are common. You would assume that we are similar in that we don't express as much of those dishonest tendencies. Well, when I was younger, I was a lot more dishonest. When I was like 7, 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, I did not have a very high value of being honest all the time. Like it wasn't I didn't really care that much. It wasn't until a little bit later in life when I started really valuing honesty and open, honest communication. Now, like, I'm all about it. I'm totally about open, honest communication, even if it's going to make situations uncomfortable, even if it's gonna put me at a disadvantage somehow. It's just really important to me to communicate in an open and honest fashion. To be authentic. If I'm not being authentic, I'm doing a disservice to myself. So yeah, nowadays it's like that. But before, when I was like a little kid, I didn't really care as much about being honest. Let's see. Victor Sor, where were you at? You said, oh, gotcha, man. Well, if you can set up the audio so everyone can hear our Discord conversation, then we could do it spontaneously. Yeah, and I'll have to work on that also. I mean, I don't remember. We did it last time, but JT Farms was having a difficulty hearing it. She could either hear it or talk, but she couldn't do both. It was kind of interesting. Chad, you say no worries. Just takes time to understand social dynamics. Yeah, absolutely. Just takes a little time. Okay, let's see. Chad, you say, "LOL, Agni, you don't make a lot of money from this. Owns a golden toilet." I barely make anything from this, man. No golden toilet for me, Victor, Chad guy. I make hardly anything from this. But every now and then I get like, a $5 tip or a tip of some sort, and it's always appreciated. Someone subscribes, $5 here and there, and it's, but like, yeah, I make very little. I make very little from this. Victor, so you say, your understanding is that this is one of the advantages afforded by Asperger's. That was in response to Chaga earlier. Okay, I missed that conversation. Let's see. Chaga, you say you do tend to still carry on dead conversations a lot, and still you can rant endlessly about topics you're into. Yeah, but I'm the same way, I'm the same way. Like sometimes I'll go on, and like then I'll look at the person and they're like, they stopped tuning in like 5 minutes ago. You sometimes understand that they're bored of the topic, but a party still wants to talk about it. Yeah, if you're interested in something, you typically want to express it, right? And Victor, sorry, you say, Chega, thanks for sharing, man. You like to understand it more because you view Asperger's as a gift that is unfortunately stigmatized. I mean, a lot of people with Asperger's have a pretty awesome gift. They at least from my experience, they tend to be really good with analytical processing, math, things like that, logic. At least the people that I know and have met with Asperger's. I'm not sure if that holds true across the whole spectrum, but with Asperger's, at least the people that I know, it seems to be the case. Okay, I gotta get out of here. I gotta eat some food. So we are gonna raid someone. So if you're a subscriber, copy this. Let's see who's out there to raid. We are gonna go here and Soma Green. Soma Green is streaming. So we're going to raid Soma Green. She is a pretty weird human being. She cracks me up. She's just a very bizarre human being. She does do some meditations. She does like tarot too, and she does psychic readings, and she also does like dance streams and like some really absurdist comedy. She's just like, it's like a really bizarre vibe over there, and I like that. I like how bizarre everything can get over there at times. So we're gonna give Soma a raid. Let's give her a raid now. And thank you all so much for hanging out. I really appreciate all of you, and I love you all unconditionally. Be nice to the people around you. Victor, you say thanks again. Get that food, man. Yeah, I need to eat, man. I got to get some food in me. All of you, I love you all. Have a good night, and namaste.